Let me take a guess. You have ideas that could completely rewrite your life. A course you want to launch, a channel you want to start, a hobby you want to master, a plan you swore you'd execute next week. You know exactly what the first step is, yet you hover at the starting line. And here's the twist nobody talks about. You're not frozen because you're unmotivated. You're frozen because your intelligence is backfiring. 1. When too many choices choke action. Smart people see options everywhere, endless angles, endless strategies, endless possibilities. And while that sounds like a blessing, it becomes a trap. A regular person says, "I'll start a business," picks one idea and moves. You break out the spreadsheets, you compare 20 models, you study every guru. You run simulations in your mind until months pass and nothing happens. Psychologists call this analysis paralysis. Less gifted people move faster because they don't drown in hypotheticals. They pick something early, and because they start, they win. 2. Mistaking activity for progress. You're always working, but somehow always in the same place. Hours of reading, walking tutorials, saving links, making plans, but the output is zero. You've built a lifestyle around preparation. It feels productive, but it's actually motion without movement. Think of it like jogging on a treadmill, sweaty, tired, busy, and still in the exact same room. Real productivity isn't what you consume, it's what you create. If your ideas never leave your head, they don't count. 3. Perfectionism disguised as fear. You tell yourself you're a perfectionist, but perfectionism is almost never about standards. It's about terror. Terror that people will judge your first attempt. Terror that you'll expose what you don't know yet. So your projects live in draft form. Your ideas stay 90% complete. Your almost finished folder becomes a graveyard. Perfection feels safe because nothing unfinished gets criticized. But the world rewards the people who publish, not the people who polish forever. While you're fine-tuning, someone else is launching. 4. The lie that IQ guarantees success. You were told smart people rise to the top. Top grades, sharp memory, fast thinking, that's what wins. But research shows once you're above a certain threshold, raw intelligence barely predicts who succeeds. What matters more? Adaptability, social skill, persistence, emotional clarity. Traits no standardized test measures. That's why people you secretly think are less intellectual keep passing you. They aren't slowed down by overthinking. They aren't obsessed with being right. They simply act. 5. When knowledge becomes a burden. Smart people collect information like armor. You know the risks, you know the downsides, you know the loopholes, the failures, the disasters. You've scanned every scenario so deeply that action feels dangerous. It's like standing in a hallway with 50 doors and analyzing the probability behind each one, while someone with fewer worries kicks open the closest door and steps through. Knowledge is power until it becomes an anchor that stops you from moving. 6. Why effort beats talent every day. Here's the formula nobody told you. Success equals talent times effort squared. Talent matters once. Effort matters twice. But many smart people never learned effort because school didn't demand it. Everything was easy. Studying was optional. Now, in the real world, things require repetition, consistency, and grind. And that's where the naturally gifted hit a wall. Meanwhile, the steady, average performer pulls ahead. The tortoise still beats the hare, not because it's better, but because it keeps moving. 7. The ego trap. If your identity is the smart one, failure becomes terrifying. Mistakes feel like identity attacks, so you stay where you excel. You avoid new skills. You turn down challenges. You protect your reputation instead of building your future. But every skill worth having demands embarrassment first. Every level up requires struggle. You can't grow without being bad at something along the way. 8. The social blind spot. Another truth nobody told you. Success is built through people. Partnerships, mentors, allies, networks, these are the shortcuts. But many smart people avoid collaboration because they think I'd rather do it myself, or small talk is beneath me. Meanwhile, the so-called average people make connections, share value, and build trust. Doors open for them because people like having them around. In the real world, your brain can win debates, but relationships win opportunities. 9. Finally, escaping the smart person trap. So how do you break out? Not with a 10-step framework, not with another masterclass, not with more research. You escape by lowering the bar to action. Start when you're unprepared. Publish drafts. Make imperfect attempts. Create painfully simple systems you can't wiggle out of. 1 page a day, 1 outreach message, 1 attempt done consistently. Because over a year, imperfect action builds empires, and wasted potential builds regret. Here's the truth. Your intelligence gave you potential, but potential is worthless without execution. Your brain is not your enemy unless you let it talk you out of your future. Stop waiting. Stop preparing. Stop protecting the SMART label. The question isn't whether you're intelligent enough to succeed. The real question is, are you finally willing to act? If you want psychology made brutally simple, the kind that exposes why you stay stuck and how to break out, hit subscribe right now. Because every day you hesitate, the people who already started aren't just pulling ahead, they're disappearing into the distance.